Hello, this is Jackrabbit Journal. Tom Nieman along with Hank McCall, and the Jackrabbits go 1-0 this week, 41-3, a win over Wisconsin-Oshkosh. And this was kind of a formality that the Jacks get this victory, isn't it?
Yes, it is. A program like SDSU, where it is today, going against a program that isn't able to offer scholarships to its athletes, absolutely this should be a win for the Jackrabbits, which it was, a rather meaningful win, but it was also an opportunity for the Jackrabbit football team to get better, and that's exactly what I think they did this past Saturday.
All right, they got the job done. The Jacks scored touchdowns on their first 4 possessions of the game. Zach Zenner, 172 yards and 3 touchdowns just in the first half, and it's 28-0 at halftime. 9 different players caught passes from Zach Lujan. Jason Schneider grabs 2 for touchdowns, and the Jackrabbits win it 41-3. And this was win number 114 for John Stiglmeyer. That is the most ever for a South Dakota State head football coach.
I feel blessed to be part of South Dakota State. The number of years we've been here, and the number of just great individuals we've been blessed to work with, from the presidents to the athletic directors to the assistant coaches wives, but specifically the number of great players, student athletes that we've been around, and it's just been a fun experience and a blessed experience.
I think coming out Southern Utah, I think we knew if we won this game, he would be the winningest coach. But he did a good job not making a distraction at all during the week. The captains did a really good job after the game, acknowledged him privately, and I think that's what he wants. I don't think he wanted a big ceremony and all that stuff. So it was a good moment with the team. Like I probably like how he wanted it.
And congrats to the coach, and you were part of those teams. You're probably part of 20 of those wins, of those 114, weren't you? Congratulations to you, too. But congrats to Coach Stiglmeyer.
Absolutely. It's a well-deserved honor for him. Coach Stig, he's a Jackrabbit through and through, and he's done it his way, the Jackrabbit way from day one, and I'm very proud and happy to have been a part of his program for the years that I was.
All right, Coach Stig will take you through the highlights of the first half of the Jacks and Oshkosh when we come back.
Jackrabbit Journal on Midco Sports Network is presented by Billionato.com.
Welcome back. Well, this was in reality a game to get another home game on the schedule, and against a Division III team, the Jacks go and sell this game out. The fans really showed up.
They did, and it just shows where this program is here today, the excitement within the Brookings community, but within the region as well. When you look at the SDSU alumni, they come out in droves, and it's exactly what they need to do. 13,000 plus for every home game is what the Jackrabbits are going to need to continue to play at a championship level.
All right, here is Coach Stig on the matchup, and then the big plays of the first half against Oshkosh.
You hope you get up in the first half in any game. This one had a unique twist to it with the different levels, us being FCS, Oshkosh being Division III. We just pushed our guys to measure themselves on improving, every player improving, and I think we did that.
All right, let's get right away here, and it was a very efficient first half. You get Zach going 19 yards here on one of his first carries.
Well, we always want to establish the run, and they gave us a ton of different looks. So there were times where they had unblocked players. They are a good, sound defense.
Look at that block by Ryan Odie, though. You guys were getting off the line pretty well.
We were, and Ryan is a young man that hasn't played a lot of football here, so that was good to see. And he's a senior; he got to start. Those are things that matter to a young man and matter to him. Here we're just running weak side power. Brady Mingarelli has just become a really good football player for us. I really thought he got in the end zone there, but we will get in the end zone. We'll get a touchdown, and he's established himself as a second string back.
Is this still Flash, the Wildcat, the direct snap to Zenner?
Yeah, we don't call it that. A lot of people that did that, it was more of an option type of thing. For us, it's just a power game, and we're going to use all our backs to block and run. And our quarterback is on the field. He's split out. kind of a decoy, so they don't know what personnel we're going to be in.
All right, get up 7-0 early on the first drive, and then Dallas Brown and TJ Lally make the play here. They led you in tackles, and defensively, did you think it was a solid effort?
I did. We gave up a couple big plays. What I liked about that play is we grabbed cloth.
And then Zach Lujan to Jason Schneider here, 38 yards on a nicely thrown ball.
Yeah, just a great call by Coach Eisenus. We're going with the wind, because we did have trouble throwing it deep against the wind the other direction, but nice play by Jason. He's made a lot of those in his career.
All right, 14-0 Jacks, high snap. Take advantage for a 7-yard loss here, and then Kellen Solik's going to come up with another play here defensively in the next play.
Yeah, what you want to see, like in that last play, you want to see everybody getting to the ball, and that's what we had here. Here they just misblock it. That was a new play for them. We hadn't seen that on film. And so when they don't block you, we call that Carl Papke drill, just run and tackle him. He had one of those in his career and missed the guy, so we named it after him.
Sulik makes the play there. And then JT Hassel made a couple of plays defensively, gets a hand on that. And you guys recover at the 36, and then this next run by Zach Zenner is vintage Zach Zenner.
It is. Great blocking, great fold block by our tight end there, and Zach breaks the tackle and then just has a speed out run, guys. He's so powerful. We use him a ton. Luckily, we were able to rest him a little bit towards the end of the game.
All right, he gets in again. Had 101 yards in the first quarter alone for Zenner. It's 21-0. Jack's on top. And then Oshkosh would move it a little bit on this possession.
Well, one of my concerns coming out of this game was their ability to throw the ball. That young man's a good football player. Their tight end is a really good football player. Now we faced this very offense against Cal Poly, and you can't give up those kind of plays. We can't get caught off guard by just because they run a play we had in practice.
All right, we get to the second quarter here, still up 21-0. And then Kevin Klosick making a play.
Well, really, Kevin is undersized for the position he plays, but he's over speed for the position he plays. He runs like a linebacker. Really nice play there. Here we get the block. This is a momentum deal. They don't get any points. We blocked a field goal. They did get some yards on the drive, but when you run off the field, you feel great as a defense because you literally don't remember the yards they got.
All right, nobody knew what to do there. It was a dead ball. Nobody touched it after the initial block.
Yeah, it was a dead ball. Did get close to Jerian Butler. Here you see us run just a bubble screen that we ran a bunch in the game. Trevor Wesley benefited from that a bunch in this football game, and he's got a couple big guys out front blocking for him.
And Zenner goes 10 yards for his third touchdown.
Yeah, just, again, powerful runner. They had 9 guys in the box. They devoted both their safeties to stopping the run. We still get runs like that. So good job by our big guys, tight ends, fullbacks, fat guys.
28-0. Jack's on top, and then Jesse Bobbitt will make a stop here to force another punt.
Well, that's what you want to see. You want to see guys in their gaps, other guys holding the line of scrimmage and just do your job, and we did it on that play. Here again, just power by Zach. Hard for the first guy to bring him down. It's fun to not to have 15 plays you have to run. You can't get a penalty like that. They were against each other, but that's goofy. That's dumb football.
And then Wesley going left side, going right side on this play, as you said, several times during the game.
Yeah, and Coach Eisenus, it's simple concept here. We run the same play the other direction. It's not arrogance. It's just saying it's working. They're not adjusting, so let's run it again. We get some good yards out of it.
All right, get down here, and it's going to be a 4th and 1 coming up, and a field goal into the wind by Justin Saravatka that will go a little bit wide.
Yeah, it goes a little left, and I asked him about it. He said, Coach, I kicked it right where I needed to kick it. So he kicked it where he was aiming, and just the wind didn't affect it as much. And that's a tough scenario. We maybe should have gone for it on 4th, but in this game, we're going to give him a chance to kick the ball.
Yeah, he comes back later and makes a couple kicks in the second half. But as you said, different situation, different game, different score. You might go for it on 4th and 1 there.
Yeah, I think we would a bunch, especially with that wind. But I believe in Justin. I believe in our defense, and so let's kick the field goal.
All right, you scored touchdowns on your first 4 possessions. That was your last possession of the half that you didn't score on, but pretty efficient first half, huh?
It was methodical, so to speak. We had the 2 one-play drives, if you will, the pass to Schneider and the run by Zenner, but I prefer the 6, 7, 9, 18-yard drives because that discourages the other team.
Well, Jackrabbits will put the game away, but there were a couple of areas of concern in the second half. Stig will take you through it when we come back.
Jackrabbit Journal on Midco Sports Network is presented by BillionAuto.com.
Well, the Jackrabbits lead Wisconsin-Oshkosh 28-0 at halftime. We get right to the second half highlights now with Coach Stiegelmeier. All right, third quarter, Trey Carr back to receive the kick here.
Yeah, I think this is his first kickoff return for us. Again, true freshman that keeps finding ways to make big plays for us. He had a great game, Southern Utah, and that's a nice return. Looks natural, so we're going to use him some more back there. We'd use him for punt returns, but Ryan's doing a great job.
All right, Lujan to Schneider for 16 yards.
Yeah, again, there was one-on-one on the edge all day long because they devoted their safeties. And I'm not saying we could have completed that ball all day long, but that was a good throw by Zach.
Zach Zenner then for 19 yards down to the 10.
Yeah, just again, reading his blocks so well, running hard. It takes a couple guys to get him down. That's, again, vintage Zenner.
And then Schneider will come up with a 5-yard touchdown pass here on the next play.
This is really a nice effort by Jason because he just holds the ball off, gets it in the end zone. That's a great call by the official too, but great effort by Jason.
All right, 35-0, Jack's on top, and Oshkosh, again, they'll start to move it a little bit here. They had some players that could make some plays, and a 10-yard connection here.
Well, this is too easy. We're playing our base coverage there. We should get somebody doubled, and we have 2 one-on-ones and somebody watching the game, so we need to play better defense there.
All right, let's pick up another 13.
That play we practiced all week long trying to stop, and we stopped it probably half the time. It's a tough play. We call it a bender, and they throw it right behind the linebacker.
And then here they just kind of slip through as the pocket collapses.
Well, that's bad defense. We had 2 guys in the same gap. We had a guy choose to do his own thing, and in big games when it's a close game, those 13 yards that he gained are going to matter tremendously.
All right, talk about Butler as a punt returner. Pretty good cornerback too.
Yeah, great coverage. Patient, calm, covering a guy much taller than him, just turns around. Good ball call by our safety, allows him to get his eyes and hands on the ball.
Zenner out of the game now, and Brady Mengarelli, again, redshirt freshman here, and runs a lot like Zenner, just tough, always going forward.
He does, and he is a very intense young man. Come game day, he is there's no frills, no paint in his face, no fancy stuff. He comes to play football.
Gave up 2 sacks in the game, and they come here kind of in the third quarter.
Well, we have our backup guys in. They need to be able to block. I mean, but they haven't had a lot of experience. That one just bull rushed us and got a great job here to getting Dom Wright the ball. He hasn't had a lot of playing time for us. Great young man, great teammate. It's fun to see him make that play.
I had 9 different guys that caught footballs from Lujan in this game, and here's that second sack. And again, you got some of the number 2s guys in there on the offensive line.
Yeah, we even had that guy double teamed and he made the sack. So somehow we got to figure out. But that young man's a good football player, really good football player.
All right, but keep him out of the end zone though for the entire game here. And Kevin Klasick, another tackle on the pursuit.
Nice job. It looked like he gave up contain for a while, but again, he has great speed. He's able to contain guys. Again, get him into a punting situation. That's what you want as a defense.
And then Jerian just, what do you have to do to be a good punt returner? You got to catch the ball first of all, then make good decisions.
You got
right?
Number one, you got to have daring. You got to be bold because sometimes you get whacked. But then you have to just see the field and read blocks and run to the tail of your offensive guy, the guy that's blocking.
All right, get to the fourth quarter here, and Mengarelli. Again, he had 63 yards on 15 carries. Nice ball game for him. JT Hassel, again, this kid's starting to get in the right spot at the right time quite often.
Great speed, really good football player. Plays a position that there's a lot to think about, so he can't play full speed all the time because we make him adjust, but really nice job.
Another guy making a catch, Brandon Andrews.
Yeah, again, we're throwing the out, one-on-one with the corners. That'll be a little tougher as the weeks go on into the Missouri Valley, but here we were able to take advantage of it.
All right, another field goal situation. Good snap. Siravatka had missed in the first half, nails this one.
Yeah, well, Justin, again, we're going with the win here. The wind's kind of died down late in the game. Very confident. Never makes excuses. Does a great job.
38-0 Jackrabbits at that point, and fumble here, but they'll get back on it.
Yeah, we practice that every week, and we call it get in fetal position. Eric Tushin went by the ball. He just needs to grab the ball and pull it into his chest and act like when he was born, and we'd be fine here.
You don't always want to scoop for 6 and go for it?
And then not going the other direction, no. This is just, again, against a true freshman. They run a wheel route. He gets kind of lost in the shuffle. Really good football player, good execution by Oshkosh.
They will get a field goal here, and the shutout is over, but does that matter?
No. I mean, sometimes at the end of the season you look at stats and stuff and what if this, but no, it doesn't matter. We want to win football games. Here, nice play by Tyler Finnis, our backup quarterback, to Matt Raymond, a third and long, and they convert. That's fun to see.
All right, 41-3, and as you said, you want to stay sharp the entire game. How'd you grade out on that? Did you for the most part or not?
No, we didn't. And I won't use the scenario, but I've been around long enough to compare games with certain teams that are like levels or like situations, and we made way too many mental errors in this game. We didn't apply our rules, if you will. I mean, we teach football, all right? So when you run a play, there's certain rules. When you run a defense, there's certain rules. You need to execute them. And so we've got 2 weeks here to shore that up.
All right. Win number 114 there, it says, for Jay Stiglmeyer. Congratulations.
Thank you. A lot of people have contributed to those wins.
All right. And Zach Zenner, you see the 209 yards, and it's like, okay, yeah, he should have done that. But this is such a special kid that I don't want people to forget how good he is, and I know you don't either, right?
Well, we don't, and he's so humble. He's such a great student athlete. I thought it was so cool. Number one, we had an unbelievable crowd, 13,700 people, and they know who Zach Zenner is, and they were very honoring of him getting a ball at the start of the game for breaking the Missouri Valley record, and then honoring him as he came off the field. He's affected a lot of people in a lot of special ways.
Zenner goes over 5,000 yards in his career. He is now in the top 20 all-time in FCS.
All right, at his current pace, he's averaging 161 yards a game right now. He would end up with 6,462 yards at the end of the regular season over the next 8 games. That would put him third all-time in the FCS, with a chance, if they have a playoff game, to go even higher than that. Who's the guy at the top of the list, the number one guy in the FCS ranks all-time in rushing?
Adrian Peterson.
Not the one you think. He played at Georgia Southern. You saw this guy run a little bit in the late 90s at Georgia Southern.
I did. And this is the era before me. Let's just get that straight. Late 90s. But when we went down there to play Georgia Southern the first time in 2004, they had some of Adrian Peterson's highlights running on their big screen while we were doing our walkthrough that Friday evening. And needless to say, that guy was a beast, and it was some very impressive stuff.
Yeah, Zenner is chasing an Adrian Peterson for the FCS all-time rank. All right, up next, what is going on for the Jackrabbits during the off week? Time to heal some injuries and get some starters back. We'll talk about that next.
Jackrabbit Journal on Midco Sports Network is presented by Billionato.com.
Well, Hank, the Jackrabbit football team is banged up, dinged up with injuries right now, already at this point in the season. Not a real news flash, though, is it?
Nope. It's expected. Bye weeks are invaluable at any point in the season, with the exception of week 1. But this one is very well timed. You got the tune-up game with Oshkosh, and roll right into a bye week, get some guys healthy. A number of guys who started the first few games sat out this past Saturday, so this week comes at a perfect time.
We need to get healthy. We've got a number of starters. Some we lost, but some we want to try to get back. So both our starting tackles were out. Our starting tight end was out. One of our starting outside backers was out. One of our starting safeties was out. So hopefully we can get those guys better. We talked about coming out of fall camp being healthy, happy, and hungry. And I would go back to that going into next week, that we get healthy, that we're happy, that we're pleased, that we're content, but we're hungry to get back to football.
All right, Coach said this week on Monday that Austin Sumner will be back at some point in the season. Not for Illinois State in that game, but the home conference opener against Missouri State would be 6 weeks from the time that Sumner got injured at Missouri. So, and when he comes back, that's just the way it works, isn't it? His job when he comes back.
Oh, absolutely. Austin's the guy. Zach has done his job since number 6 went down. He's done it very well. But you can't lose your job to injury in Coach Stig's program, and when the big man comes back, he's going to be ready to go.
All right, possibility for Sumner to get 6 or 7 games in yet here at the end of the season. Stig says there's a chance that offensive lineman Mike Schaaf could be back this season as well. Neither of the offensive tackles that started the season, Trevor Greger and Bryce Seiberling, played on Saturday, but Stig expects them back in the next couple of weeks. In addition to time to heal, the Jacks are going to get 2 weeks to mentally prepare for the conference opener. That is Illinois State in 2 weeks, and we will talk about how the Valley is going to lay out here when we come back.
Jackrabbit Journal on Midco Sports Network is presented by BillionAuto.com.
Well, the Jackrabbits are off now until October 4th when they open conference play at Illinois State. And in these first 4 games, have the Jacks done what they need to do to get ready for the conference, in your opinion?
Yes, I think they have. They've come out of these 3-1, to start the season. Had we seen a letdown last week against an inferior opponent headed into the bye week, then there would have been some cause for concern, but you didn't see that. The guys were sharp. They were focused. They did what they needed to do to come out with a win. Now they need to do what they need to do this week to get healthy and prepare themselves for the Missouri Valley.
All right, State kind of echoes that in this comment.
Again, we talked about errors in this game. If we make those kind of errors in the Valley, we're going to look back and be disappointed. So we need to be really sharp in all our fundamentals. I talk about mastering your offense, defense, or special teams. That sounds goofy, but it should be like a flashcard. When you show a flashcard, you don't think anymore how those numbers came. You know the answer. That's the way you have to play football.
All right, when they do get to conference play, it's going to be brutal, Hank. Here's the FCS Top 25 this week.
That's right. Here we go. Missouri Valley, 6 teams in the top 25, 3 in the top 10, including those Jackrabbits. It all gets real in 2 weeks when the Jackrabbits open Missouri Valley Conference play.
Illinois State does play this weekend against Austin Peay. Should win that game. They should be 3-0 by the time they host the Jacks on October 4th. And we will see you next week on Jackrabbit Journal. Thanks for watching.